what a crazy match it was. And then came the banter time. I mean, your president also getting involved with that Park Bean banter coming in. So how funny was that for all the dressing room guys out there? You guys, during the celebration time, you saw something like that on Twitter. It was buzzing all out there. How was the feeling in the dressing room? Your emotions after seeing the tweet, and of course the celebrations.
So for us, it was as much as it was banter, but for us it was a really like a really honor moment as well, that our president is proud of what the team has achieved. So for us, we felt really proud, really honored that the president of the country is happy and he's following us, given the busy schedules that the president has. So for us, as much as it was great humor, but I thought it was a great honored moment for our team as well.
Absolutely, Sikandar. And before the T20 World Cup, you scored a century against India in the ODI series. So do you think that was the coming of the age now? Of course, you had a couple of centuries against Bangladesh before that. So you were in a great space with the bat, but that century against India, do you think that was something whatever struggles you have had over the last decade, that knock cemented your place that I belong to the big stage?
To be honest with you, I don't think along those lines. As it stands, I'm nervous about the first game at T10.
Yeah.
As much as you have confidence and faith in your ability, I still feel nervous. So the statement, I belong to international stage, I don't think along those lines. But having said that, the previous tour of Bangladesh, I treat each nation with utmost respect, and the respect stays the same whether you're playing an associate or a test nation. And I always say, if you want to test yourself where you are, you have to test yourself against the world's best. So one of the reasons why World Cup was exceptionally humbling is all the world best cricketers were basically gathered in one spot. So at least I saw and learned that how far do I have to go to be competing or to be number one in the world and things like that. So for me, there was a lot of valuable lessons, and each series, each country, each challenge that we have had previous to that came with those lessons. So India was exceptionally humbling experience as well, and to score 100 against them, because we don't get to play often. So when you call time on your career, it is something that you have in your career on your CV, that even though we didn't play these nations quite a lot, but alhamdulillah, when you did manage to play, that at least you managed to score 100 or take a few wickets as an all-rounder.
You just said that you guys don't play bigger nations much, India, England, Australia. But given the kind of performances the smaller nations have put up in the T20 World Cup, do you think it is a time to perhaps bring back the Tri-Nation series or a quadrangular series and involve someone like Zimbabwe or Ireland or Scotland and give them the exposure they need against the big teams?
Oh, listen, I've been very vocal and have said that in the past as well. I understand the broadcasting rights and the issues and the money factor, and I totally respect that. So we only speak from our point of view, and sometimes we don't understand the challenges that goes behind the scenes. So for me, the answer, to sum it up and to answer your question, all I would say is the two finalists of the last World Cup were beaten by Ireland and Zimbabwe, and that tells you the strength of some of the so-called lower nations. And if there is more cricket that's shared between the lower nations and the top nations, I think cricket as a general will get a lot more competitive, will get better. One of the reasons why I feel the franchise cricket is really tough and competitive is because all the cricketers get together from all around the place. So if international cricket as it is, if the standard has to get higher and if the matches have to be more close and competitive, then I guess these top nations has to play the lower ranked nations, so that the vacuum between the two, or the gulf between the two countries, can basically be slightly lesser. And every series they ended up playing is a lot more competitive, and the viewers, most importantly, who watches them, actually glued to their screen and enjoy every series that these countries are playing.
Absolutely, Sikandar, as you have been vocal about these concerns around smaller teams versus bigger teams, I'll just straight away ask you one question. It just cropped up in my mind. The Olympics in 2028, ICC is planning, ICC is backing cricket to be there in the Olympics in Los Angeles. But at the same time, they have proposed that the 6 best ranked teams will qualify. It will be a 6-team tournament. So what do you think? I mean, Olympics is all about globalization of sport, smaller nations coming up against bigger nations. But 6 teams, do you think it just makes the cut? I don't feel so. It's my personal opinion.
So there's two ways to look at it. One way to look at it is no, it is exceptionally wrong. Only 6 top nations to play or represent cricket and their respective countries in Olympic. Mm-hmm. The other way to look at it is maybe let's start with 6, and hopefully there is a genuine effort to grow the game, and the Olympics after that would have 10, and Olympics after that will have 14, and things like that. Yeah. So it is a catch-22. Do you just say, all right, you know what, we're not going to take cricket to Olympics, it's okay, and those 6 teams don't get there? Or you say, we're going to take the top 6 teams through whichever process, and we get there, and inshallah, we improve our number of teams in Olympics for the next Olympics to 10 or to 8 to 12 to 16. There has to be growth. I understand top 6 nations, but I will not accept and understand that it will just be only 6 to Olympics. That's not the way to go.
Dreams do come true. So kids, what's your dream?
What is new? So bright, colorful and new. Sometimes it feels hard, but you don't wanna give up.
Hello. Hi.
You can see my dream?
Of course, because I too had a dream. Some days I dreamt of becoming a tennis player, and some days a cricketer. To make their dreams real tomorrow, you need financial planning today. Choose from a range of child plans from Aegis Federal Life Insurance and help your child dream big.